appreciate better the context of this forum, which is themed Accelerating Public and Private Partnerships for Competitiveness and Local Economic Development, I will call on the Field Director of the Local Government Support Program, Local Economic Development, or LGSP-LED, Ms. Marian Villanueva.
Good morning, distinguished guests, Yusek Panadero. I think Yusek Burley is just arrived or soon to be here. Governors, Governor Mali and Governor Petilla, sorry po. Mayors, partners in DILG, DTI, other NGAs, USA partners, Volker, OFI, LCP, LPP, LMP. Good morning. There is no doubt that LGUs are in the front line when it comes to local economic development. LGUs create competitive communities through their participatory land use planning and community development activities, and through their implementation of national and local policies that impact on the local business climate. LGUs also build and maintain most community infrastructure required to support economic activity, and they directly monitor and support existing businesses, which creates up to 92% of new jobs. Why collaborate for LED? There is no shortage of supply when it comes to LED support programs and services from national government agencies. However, the development and delivery of these programs continue to be fragmented and delivered in isolation of each other. This weak coordination among national government agencies poses a tremendous challenge to local governments that have to deal with many agencies for the needed resources. A mechanism for greater NGA coordination, synergy, and effective delivery of LED programs is needed in order to maximize resources and minimize overlaps and duplication. The LED support framework, or the framework for interagency collaboration to support LED, is a call to action and a call for collaboration towards growing and sustaining local economy. The goal of LED is really about private sector investment, local job creation, and competitive communities. To ensure a more comprehensive approach for LGUs to be able to grow their local economies and achieve this goal, the framework proposes to organize LED programs and services to support this into 3 pillars. And these are namely local leadership and development and professional development, an enabling business-friendly environment or competitive environment, and dynamic enterprises and decent employment. DILG, with LGSP-LED support, is promoting a whole of government framework to agency collaboration, to interagency collaboration, using these pillars as basic elements. Following is a description of the minimum requirements of a LED-ready LGU that we're encouraging. So, for example, under leadership and professional development, you have a champion for LED, you have a common LED vision, have a clear understanding of LGU roles and those of different stakeholders, have an active private sector, tourism councils, chambers of commerce, farmer organizations, women's groups. Hindi kailangan malaki, pwedeng PO lang. These are all members of the private sector. Local competitiveness, the middle pillar. Examples of that would be the LGU having a LED strategy based on analysis of their economic assets and competitive advantages, that they comply with national standards for business registration, updated their revenue code, have a local incentives and investment code that promotes incentives to attract new business, as well as existing businesses to grow, allow them to grow and expand. Local policies are not in contravention to national laws, would be another example. Have business retention and expansion activities for existing businesses, including MSMEs. Have a LAPO, a local economic and investment promotions officer with an office and a budget. Have communication material to market their place, whether it be websites, social media, brochures. Have a capital infrastructure plan. So you can see there's a lot that the LGU can do as far as the enabling environment, that competitive communities model or pillar in the middle. And then for enterprises and decent employment, have identified their priority economic driver and competitive edge, provide infrastructure support in relation to the economic driver, provide assistance to business startups, include assistance to financing, including microfinance institutions, banks, co-ops. The economic transformation teams, which is something that DILG is also promoting, will operationalize the delivery of this support to LGUs. The next slide shows a little bit about how that's done in a visual. But at the national level, a national level economic transformation team or similar mechanism is being established as a platform to harmonize policies, align programs and services, and converge resources for LED. Examples of this is the NCI Convergence. This is the National Convergence Initiative of DAR, DA, DNR, and DILG. And the recent one that DILG has started up with in collaboration with DOT, this is on tourism. So we have DOT, DTI is part of it, DOST, and so on. At the local level, our LETTs, or local economic transformation teams, sometimes at the regional, sometimes at the provincial, whatever works, are the action-oriented teams to make the collaboration among NGAs operational and relevant to LGUs. These local ETTs are structured to operate at the provincial and or regional levels, depending on the local situation. They offer ready access to NGA programs and services based on the specific LED requirements of the LGUs. As a department responsible for the local governance system, DILG took the lead to analyze the state of LED a couple of years ago, mapping out who's doing what and what are the different LED programs and services from around 11 NGAs, particularly in the agribusiness and tourism sectors, and which are really the key economic drivers of many Philippine communities. DILG has also included business-friendly and competitive LGUs as a performance outcome area and has developed policies and programs to achieve this. While DILG has the mandate and resources to support and monitor the country's local governance system, other departments have direct economic development mandates that can contribute to unleashing local economic potential, innovation and creativity, and support local economic goals and priorities. At the same time, these departments may find that working together will give their individual policy and program goals greater leverage and produce better local economic development results. This last slide is just showing, when we zoom into today's forum, we can use the LED support framework pillars to illustrate how NGAs, LGU leads, as well as donors, donor projects working together to target resources to the specific LED-related needs of LGUs and their communities can promote the more effective and efficient use of resources and fast-track local economic development. So on the left, you'll see leadership and professional development. Examples here would be DILG's, LGA's NAO program that will be starting up again next year. DILG's Seal of Good Housekeeping, the LED for LGU's curriculum, the LRED approach of DTI, local competitiveness, DILG, DTI, DOST, BPLS streamlining and automation, LCP's investment profiles, the NCC's regional competitiveness committees, PCCI, most business-friendly LGU awards. This is These are just examples. The list can go on and on. And then in terms of employment and enterprises, you have OTOP and industry cluster development, value chain analysis, tourism and agribusiness, enterprise development such as tour package development, rice duck farm technology, and so on. So this is really a way of organizing and bundling services from across the NGAs as well as even the private sector. So with that, this hopefully sets the context for today's forum. Thank you.